It's Lurgs here, welcome to my channel, and today my toilet cistern has decided to start leaking, so I'm just going to show you how to remove it, clean the rubber seal, put some gunk on it and then stick it back on, hopefully stop it leaking. Right, let's get cracking. And here is a list of things that you're going to need. Number 1, your hands. Number 2, that's my business. Number 3, plumber's mate paste. Number 4, wife's toothbrush. Number 5, a lovely cup of tea. And number 6, possibly a new washer. Now this stuff is absolutely magical. This is plumber's mate paste. It kind of looks all gooey and gunky and it stays soft like this all the time, but you put this on any threads and it just stops things leaking. Please don't get this confused with something called hummus, which is absolutely lovely to eat. Very tasty. So anyway, this is my dual flush toilet system toilet, and if we go inside the toilet, and I have washed it, you can see we've got a leak here, quite a big leak. It's just constantly trickling all the time, permanently. So that's not good for my water bills or the environment. So the first thing we need to do is get the lid off. Now on my dual flush button system, it's a screw top. So this just goes anti-clockwise. Some of them have actually got a screw nut inside, which you need to undo first. Once we've taken that off, we can just lift the cistern lid off. And there is the dual flush button system in there. That's the float that lets the water in and out. So I'm just going to give it a quick flush here. So the flushing mechanism is all working. And I know for a fact I've already had the dual flush button system out already and it's not leaking through there. So I just want to get that out and check the washer at the bottom. This is the mains water here, and unfortunately it hasn't got a shut off valve on it, so I can't turn off the mains water. The only way I can do that is to go out in the street and put my hand down into the pavement about a foot, lots of spiders and ooky things, and turn it off there. So all I've done is just made up a hard bit of wire here to keep the float up high to stop it filling back up again. Right, so what we need to do is we need to remove that dual flush button system unit. Now it's just got 3 little divots at the bottom, and all you're doing is you're turning it anti-clockwise with your hand about 1/4 of a turn, and then you lift it out. Now just be careful when you grab it that you don't damage anything on there, because obviously it's all plastic. Really it's a two-handed job, but obviously I'm filming with one hand. My glamorous assistant is on holiday. And then just lift it out. So this is the washer diaphragm at the bottom here on the flush unit. This compresses down and back up every time you flush the toilet. So there is a washer diaphragm underneath here which we need to get to. Now this washer is actually looking pretty good, and I know it's not this that is leaking. So we've got another big washer underneath here. So what we do is we just turn this anti-clockwise. This is quite a few turns because it's a decent thread. And we're going to be taking this out. Now I believe that it's leaking down through there, actually inside. We've got lots of dirt and grit, and we've still got some plumber's mate paste from the last time that I put some on, probably 3 or 4 years ago. But we've got lots of dirt and grit in there. So the first thing you need to do is just get rid of any abrasions, dirt, grit. The tiniest bit of grit can make a toilet leak. So just clean that all up. Just any old rag, and then later on I'm just going to get a toothbrush on that plastic thread and just clean that all up. Okay, so this is what we're looking at, and actually that washer is not in great condition, but it's late on a Sunday and I haven't got time to go and get a washer because it's all shut. So I'm just going to give this a good old clean up and stick it back in, and then I'm going to go and get a washer for next time it starts leaking, if it ever does. So what you're doing is you're just giving this a really good clean. Just get any bits of grit off of there, and take your wife's toothbrush and just start brushing it into all the threads, getting out any dirt, any grit. Let's just speed this up. you want to make that nice and clean, and then make sure you put your wife's toothbrush back exactly where you found it. Actually, I lie, that is a spare toothbrush which I use just for cleaning up anything. So I'm just going to speed this up, basically just giving it a really good clean. And this is the black rubber washer here, which is not in great condition, but I'm just going to give it a good old clean up. Again, just use an old toothbrush, and I'm going to just quickly clean the threads here just to get rid of any grit that might be in there, and then flush that with some fresh water. So as you can see, this is looking a lot cleaner. Now take your magical plumber's mate paste and just get that on all the threads and any parts where the rubber washer is going to be sitting against. Obviously, where this screws into the bottom of the toilet, it's not under a great deal of pressure. You've only got probably a gallon of water sitting on there, so there's not a great deal of pressure pushing that on that to make it leak. But I'm just going to put lots of plumber's mate paste on here, and then put the washer back on. I'm just going to put a bit of extra paste around this washer here all the way around, and let's get it back in. For that, we just do one final check, make sure there's no bits of grit just around where it's going to sit. That's all looking pretty good. Right, let's get this back in. So just gently put it into the threads. And as with anything with a plastic thread, only ever hand tighten it. Don't ever think about getting pliers on this or bashing it with anything. It just needs to be hand tightened. Now this probably is a two-handed job. I'm struggling here with one hand, but I just got an extra turn on there with two hands without the camera. Now we're going to put the dual flush cistern back in. Now what that does, it just sits in these little divots here. So you just need to offer it into those and then turn it clockwise just so it clicks underneath. So I'll try and film this as I put it in. You just slot it down, make sure they're all lined up, and then you're just turning it. Again, really this is a two-handed job. There we go, it's in. That's all you need to do. Right, so I'm going to remove that wire, let it fill up with water. And this is the test. Right, so it's going to start filling up with water. So let's just speed this footage up a little bit. I'm just going to let it fill up, and then I'm just going to flush it once. Just so we've done one flush. We'll call that a courtesy flush. So concentrate. Right, now let's have a look inside the toilet. And just put a bit of tissue paper on the back there. Absolutely superb, happy with that. But I will go and get a new washer just for next time, because that is looking pretty worn. But that is a great fix. Happy with that, no more leaks. Make sure you wash your hands obviously after doing all this work on the toilet. Put the lid back on. It's got two divots at the back. Make sure that they're lined up. It can only go on one way round. Then screw the buttons back in. Again, just hand tighten these. And then I think we need a bit of magic. What I would like is a lovely cup of tea. Oh, superb. Oh. If you're going to be doing any sort of DIY work, make sure you've got a lovely cup of tea. Oh. Oh, sweet. If you would like to subscribe to my channel, please press this button down here, and if you'd like to see any other videos around here, that would be really cool. I really do appreciate you visiting my channel, guys and girls. I really do mean that. Check you later.